20 plus years, and Power Rangers is still going strong. This episode is called Super MegaForce. It starts off with a recap of the finale of MegaForce, the Rangers defeating the Messenger, and the invasion by the Armada. And right after, we cut right into Prince Vector's ship, and he tells his servants, Argus and Lavera, that the invasion of Earth was successful. As for his brother Rock, Prince Vakar thinks that he went down in battle. Now he's out to avenge him. And without wasting any time, he sends in an army of X-Borgs to wreak havoc and cause chaos on Earth. And so far, it's looking like the end of the world. Even Ernie's brain freeze was destroyed. Wow. The Pink Ranger then showed up to take care of business, and of course, to save Ernie. We then see more X-Borgs causing trouble in a school, but luckily, the Blue Ranger showed up just in time to stop them, and to help the people inside. Jake and Gia managed to make it back to the command center, and they were pretty worn out. They tried contacting Gosei while they were out battling, but the communications were down, thanks to the damage done by the Armada. Emma, Troy, and Noah then showed up, and Gosei explained what was going on, saying how the War Star aliens were just a warm-up, that the Armada is an overwhelming foe, and that it was time for the Rangers to unlock their new Super MegaForce mode. Troy asked Gosei where Robo Knight was, but he had no idea. Gosei then gives them their new morphers, tells them about the keys around the command center, and that now they have access to legendary powers, where they can transform into all the past Rangers. Nice. They then take their leave, morph up, and they go after the X-Borgs and the monster. They then transform into their Super Mega mode, and it was awesome. The way the Rangers' wardrobe changes from black then to their rightful color was nicely done. They then take the fight to the X-Borgs, and we see a very exciting, fast-paced battle. And of course, we hear the Rangers talk about just how great Super Mega Mode is. And I have to agree. They then do their first Legendary Ranger transformations into Samurai and Mystic Force. And seeing just how well the Rangers were using their legendary powers was fantastic. They were hard to maintain, but the Rangers still held their own in their Super Mega Modes. But it doesn't stop there, because Prince Vector decided to send another one of his commanders to Earth and more X-Borgs. Talk about relentless. The Rangers then showed up once again and fought them all off one by one. Then they try out a few more of their legendary powers, SPD and Ninja Storm. Then they all transformed into legendary Red Rangers, and they managed to finish off that second Armada commander in seconds. It was priceless. And in Prince Vector's spaceship, Lavera uses a maximizer gun to make the Armada troops grow. But unlike Zombats, the maximizer can make multiple targets grow at one time. But does that stop the Power Rangers? Not a chance. Gosei contacts them right away, tells them about their new powerful Zords, and they go on to summon them to gain the upper hand. What about the Gosei Jet and the Gosei Great Megazord? Oh right, we're supposed to forget about that. For how long? I don't know. So after testing out their Zords, they then form the legendary Megazord. And I think it's safe to say, the Armada commanders never stood a chance. The Rangers used their Super Mega Final Strike to finish the battle, and they earned themselves a Super Mega win. Was it good? Yes, it was. We then see 4 of the Rangers back at the school, seeing that everything was fixed up. Noah tells the teacher that his students need him, and he gives a motivational speech about how the human spirit will always prevail as long as they work together. And the episode ends with Troy at the beach thinking about Robo Knight and wondering where he is. This episode, I can't even begin to put into words just how good it was. The excitement, the energy, the high adrenaline, and non-stop action had me on the edge of my seat from start to finish. I wasn't expecting much from this episode at first, but I was blown away. Although Gosei didn't know much about the Armada, where they came from, or where Robo Knight was, that's not a big deal, because I'm sure it'll all be explained much later. The intro was nicely done too. And no, I'm not upset that they reused Go-Go Power Rangers again, because, well, in my opinion, that theme song never gets old. Another thing about this episode that really stood out was hearing the Rangers using the past Rangers team morphing calls for each legendary morph. And yes, the Rangers were talking a lot, but to me, that just added to the excitement. I know I said I wasn't looking forward to the MegaForce cast returning, but I can honestly say I'm glad they stuck around, because it gives the characters a chance to grow that much more, and to become way better than what they were in MegaForce. As for Troy's acting, it was okay. He still has a long way to go, but it was cool to finally see him show some emotion for once. As for the other Rangers, they did okay too. Yes, you heard me right. I still say they should have called this episode Legendary Power. That would have been a perfect title for this episode. Why they didn't call it that, I couldn't tell you. I just hope that future episodes are just as good as this one was, and that much better.